Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel for more Sims 4 videos. If you are new to the Raven family, I'm Simmer Misty, and today we are joining the Willows. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to it. As you can see, we are here at Homefront on Bagley, and this is Rayne and her land. So it is a bright and sunny morning here on Homefront on Bagley, and this is her beautiful but small, humble little abode. And yeah, I'm so glad we were able to finally get her a little place to call home. So first and foremost, before we go ahead and jump in with the beginning of the episode, let's go ahead and get our Ravens call done for the day. So the Ravens call today starts and comes from Gamer at That Game. Also, if she were to have a baby, maybe she can call it like Sunny since her name is Rayne, or like Raven Willow. So what we're going to be doing for this actually is we're going to have a baby name wheel, just like we did the wheel with everything else, because as we know, the Willows is going to be a subscriber driven legacy edition gameplay. So give me your name suggestions. It's going on a wheel. When we have a baby, girl or boy, we're going to be spinning the wheel to give that everyone a chance to have their name in a fair play kind of situation. Thank you for the comment. Let's move it along. So the tent, while doing its job to shelter her from the storm, kept getting struck by lightning, and she was done with that. So we threw up a little bit of drywall. I mean, it doesn't look the greatest. We had a little bit of wood lying around, so she threw up a little bit of drywall and threw some logs together, and we just kind of threw a shack together. So she's got a little roof over her head where she can go ahead and have herself a nice little place to call home, so to speak. As you see, she does still love coming out and sitting in front of her pond and having herself a little bit of, fresh fruits and vegetables. She likes to sit out with her fire, and she likes to fish. So she's not lost her love of the outdoors by any means, but at least at night when it's time to go to bed, she can go ahead and definitely go inside and put her head on a bed, on a pillow, not in a tent. So we are just going to go ahead and have her get a little bit of fishing this morning, because while we do have a little house, it's literally got like a place for her to go to the loo and a place for her to rest her head, but she doesn't have any other amenities, so she doesn't have any way to kind of cook. So we are still reliant on her catching her food, growing her vegetables and fruits for herself to eat, and so she is still going to need to fish. She's still going to need to do those kind of things in order to eat and sustain herself. We do know that she does have that career of cooking, so we will definitely need to go ahead and make sure that she gets to her shift today. But I am going to get her, once she's done fishing for a little bit, come over here and just give the birds a little bit of blueberries. Maybe we can make some friends. I actually have not yet made any friends with any of the birds in Homefront on Bagley and seen kind of what that whole process is like. So maybe Rayne can actually become friends with the birds, and maybe they can gift her things, and that will bring us some extra funds. I don't, like I said, know what that interaction kind of looks like and how it benefits us or anything like that. So we'll go ahead and get her making that relationship and hopefully building up some relationship with the birds, and we'll see what that does for we'll just see what happens, because I don't know. I have unfortunately not experienced all there is to offer with Homefront on Bagley. Well, it does seem that they definitely like the blueberries. She's like, well, of course you do. They're homegrown, She's like, I love your home and what you've done with it. And they're like, really? Well, that's great. We do too. So Jens is just calling to ask us if we'd like to go ahead and go out on a date. I'm going to have to pass and say no, because she does have to go to work. So we're going to head her on into work, and I will catch back with you guys when she returns. And once again, Jens is calling, but still at work. Okay, so it looks like we have arrived back home, and we have been promoted to caterer. And it looks like we are getting $26 per hour now. We got an additional 10 per hour. And yeah, so that's great news for us. I love that. And it looks like we got a bonus of 368. So great news all around. We love it when we get some extra money. Maybe that means we can spend some money and get ourselves a little bit more for the house here. Well, of course, that's exactly what I'm going to do, right? Because right now she has a bed and a toilet. And we need what? So much more than that. All right, so we do have a little bit of money. We have like 700 simoleons. So I say we got some bonus items. We'll just extend a little bit and see what we can do with the house with what limited funds we have. So I am just going to go ahead and speed through this building section, and then I will show you guys the finished product of that. I see something, it's coming up on the horizon. Oh, let me clear my head and get rid of the distractions. Oh, I was down when I saw you in the clouds. Out of days, filled with doubt. I was drifting in and out, levitate, fade away. I had left full time and space, but you just caught my eye. Hey, nah, please won't you come over? Let me get to know ya. Hey, nah, delve into emotion, leave us in this moment. Yeah. Leave us in this moment. So for now, that is about all that we can afford. It does look like Rayne is currently out in the garden. She's just doing a little bit of weeding, and then I think she's going to go back over. Oh no, she's ripping up the grass. Oh, sweetheart, that'll take you for ages. Why don't you actually deal with the garden? So there is some lettuce here that she has planted. Obviously, we did that. So I want her to actually weed the actual garden, not deal with the grass that's just randomly growing. When we get some extra funds later on, when we are a little bit more well-to-do, we'll get her a lawnmower and she can actually mow the grass instead of going and trying to picking up hand clumps of grass, because that is just not a good use of her time. But yeah. And I'm actually going to have her go ahead and call Jens and invite him over. She can't cook anything other than fish because we don't have a fridge. And to be completely honest, we also don't have the money to turn on our amenities. So like power, water, those kind of things, we don't have the money to get our bills and stuff turned on with our S&B app. So they're going to have to eat fish, but she's still going to invite him over. She can go ahead and catch some fish and cook a fish dinner. So we'll get her to do some fish. We'll cook up some fish and they will go ahead and, you know, spend some time together. He's called twice today asking her out on a date, so she might as well just invite him over because clearly he's wanting to see her, which is really, really strange because in the last episode he was like all, oh, I want to see, what's her face. And so he was hooking up with whatever her name was. So I don't know. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but that's fine. Maybe, whatever. It's really strange. I don't even understand. Or maybe she's not inviting Jens over. Who is she inviting over? Oh, she didn't invite Jens over. She invited over, what's that cat's name? He's not a cat. You know what I'm saying. That's what... Alonso. She invited over Alonso. So we're going to go ahead and get to know him a little bit better. So he was the other gentleman that she was, kind of attracted to. He wasn't anything super special, but Jens is out because he's now dating that other girl, whatever her name was. So Alonso was the only other one that she was like, oh, he's kind of attractive. So we're going to kind of chat with him a little bit and just see, kind of how he's doing. I'm going to go ahead and get her out of her work uniform so that she's a little more, comfortable in the heat. And they're just going to, chat, get to know one another, and see if we can maybe get their friendship up a little bit, because they're not even really friends. I mean, the relationship talking, like, with him isn't really so difficult. Like, they kind of can get on as far as, like, conversating goes pretty decently. I mean, he's tense, though. Like, I don't know what his problem is, but he's got, like, a really tense mood. And I don't know if she's going to be able to calm him down or not. And she's all, like, super focused. He's probably like, why are you so focused? And she's like, why are you so unhappy? Like, she's making him laugh, but his mood's not improving, so. I would really like for them to be able to be friends, enough so that she could feel comfortable to be like, look, I find you attractive. I would like for us to be friends. If something were to happen in the future, that would be freaking great, but I just need you to know, like, first and foremost, like, I'm pansexual and this is the way it is. Like, you need to know, like, this is who I am. And he's clearly flirting with her, so, like, he's definitely attracted to her. I mean, they've got a little bit of friendship, but he is just really, really in a foul mood. What are you guys happy about? Wait a minute, what are they happy about? Wait, what does that say? Whoa, hold the... Clearly this is a voiceover because yeah. It says, I think we should skip the getting to know each other part and just have sex, preferably right now. The options are, wonderful idea, oh, I don't want to get to know you, creep, but I actually like that part. Okay, I think maybe I probably struggled with this because, like, the break in before I actually, like, answer anything is, like, super long. Because I think part of me was probably thinking, like, I don't really want to just, like, jump into anything with this legacy. I actually want her to, like, get to know someone, and so I was like, I don't want to be like, you're a creep, but I don't want to be like, oh yeah. So I actually just was going to be like, I actually like that part, right? Like, I actually like the part of us getting to know one another. So she's kind of like, dude, like, you're moving a little fast for me. Like, I find you very attractive and I'm flattered, really. But, like, honestly, like, you're moving a little fast. Like, honored, flattered, truly. But, like, maybe we can take a little step back because, like, whoa, dude, whoa. And honestly, he wasn't really that put off. Like, I kind of figured his mood would change, like, to anger, or, like, the green would go down, like, way. It didn't. Like, they just kept on. And then she was like, oh, hey, and for the record, now that you're mentioning sex and all, I'm pansexual. And he was totally cool with it. And then after he accepted her pansexuality, do you know what she was like? All flirty with him. And then she liked him even more. So I don't know, guys. I mean, she's not like, see, she's telling him, she's like, by the way, I'm pansexual, and he's like, yeah, I'm totally cool with that. Be you. You do you, girl. You do you. It's all right. I can accept that. And she was like, oh my God, that means so much. And so she like gives him a hug. She's like, I can't believe that you're so accepting. Like, you're such a good guy. I kind of thought you were going to be. And now he's happy. Now that she's been honest with him. Like, he's like, now his mood's better. So she goes over and she's like, gives him a hug. And she's like, thank you so much for being so understanding. Like, you're such a nice guy. I really thought that you were going to be like all judgmental. Like, a lot of people are judgmental. You weren't even like that. You're totally accepting. It means so much to me. Like, thank you so much. And their relationship starts to kind of go up a little bit. And then she starts getting kind of like a little bit flirty with him because I think she sees him in a little bit of a different light. It's not even a situation where she's kind of like, oh, like, hey, you're hot. I can't live without you. Like, no, it doesn't change into anything like that. It's just kind of more like that friendship and camaraderie almost becomes a little bit more strong. And then you kind of realize, like, this could maybe lead to something more because, like, I actually trust this person, and this person could possibly in the future be a little bit more important to me than I really thought in the beginning they could be, because they're so trustworthy and I feel safe with them. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. What do you guys think about Alonso? Like, they're just after that hug, and like romance is now already started just because of him accepting her pansexuality, because of a hug. She's now flirty with him. Like, she trusts him now, and it's created a little bit of a romance with him, and so now they're friends. They've got a little bit of a romantic interest with one another, and I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. He is I mean, overall, I think he's a really nice guy. Like, he comes over, he helps her with her garden, and like, she invited him over for fishing and eating, and he's like helping with the plants, and he's a really nice guy. I think he did actually go ahead and go on home because it is getting late. So she's going to go ahead and just eat herself, like, some of her supper, and then she's going to go to bed. But I think overall they had a really nice evening. And so my, I guess, curiosity is, what do you guys think of Alonso? Like, I know he was really, really forward in the beginning, but I think personally myself, I was actually shocked that he was quite as accepting of her sexuality as he was. And the fact that he was as accepting as he was not only made Rayne trust him, but it kind of made me go, wow, that was impressive. Like, I wasn't expecting that. So I think I have, even myself, a little bit more respect for Alonso than I did. Oh, for the record here, right now, what I'm doing, there was a surplus of light, like power and water that had been storing this whole time I didn't even know about. So I'm selling that right now. And we end up with like 2K. So guess what that means? Mom is doing some upgrades on the house. Yes, I am. But you won't be seeing that in this episode because you guys put me on a cap of time because I was told I'm long-winded. I know, shocker, right? Like, who'd have thunked it? Actually, I've been told that a lot. I have this problem where I start talking and I just can't shut up. It's okay. We all know it. It's fine. The problem is that I just get excited and then I'm like, ooh, I can't stop. But I've started a timer. I'm putting myself on a timer, and I will go between 20 and 30 minutes. If it falls between 20 and 30 minutes, and I'll cut myself off. That's the goal. That is my plan from here on out. Until you guys tell me, Misty, we want longer videos because we love them. That's where I'm at. So just remember that. Until you guys tell me you want longer, you guys asked for it, so you're stuck here. I'm a woman, just true to my word. But anyway, we just made 2,128 simoleons, and I didn't even take it all. There's still more in there. So I'm turning our power on. So we're going to have lights, water, and garbage collection. Well, there's no point in me getting us TV stuff because we don't have a TV. And then I'm going to go ahead and actually fix the house. So our next episode, we're going to have ourselves a better looking house, in the sense of I'm going to give our house a little bit of an upgrade because we have some money to do some things now. So it's going to be lovely, and I can't wait for you guys to see that episode. And I think that you're going to think the house is really, really cute. It's not going to be anything super extravagant because I want it to still be a little quaint. I don't want her to be like, oh, I'm in a McMansion. No. We're still going to have ourselves a little bitty house, but we're going to have a little bit more. We're actually going to have a fridge. We're going to be able to cook. So I'm excited. Anyhow, that being said, I am at my 20-minute mark. I'm going to go ahead and leave this episode here. So, she's just roasting herself some fish because she is feeling hungry. She's going to have herself a little bit of a fish dinner. And you'd think she'd be sick of fish by now, but honey, you just hold your horses because there is soon going to be a kitchen in that house that you're going to be able to use to cook. So, that all being said, I'm going to go ahead and leave this episode here. I think this is a good place to leave it off before I go over my time, because I'm being conscientious, because I love you guys. So yeah, don't forget to like, share, comment. You know the drill. I'll see you guys in the next regularly scheduled video, but until then, I'm going to go ahead and fly for now. So, bye y'all.